Yeah, what's good? Welcome to my channel. This is Mr. Mac Goldshark, and this video is about how most people in the world are followers, and they need someone to lead them, whether it be the wrong direction or the right direction. Most of the time, it's the wrong direction. And I'm going to give you two examples of why I believe this. One example is going to be pertaining to Second Life, and another example is going to be pertaining to real life. My first example of why I say most people in the world are followers and need someone to lead them is, do y'all remember back in the day when everyone avatar was like the same size? Males were like the same size, females were like the same size. I mean, you'll have a few that was different, but most was all the same. There were two people who I call pioneers of SL. These two young ladies were the pioneers of the way females look today, but they don't get no credit for it. The first one was Dominique. Dominique was an avatar. She was really tall. She was real tall and thickly. I mean, she stood over everyone, but people just talk shit all the time about how tall she was. I mean, I seriously doubt if they talk shit to her, because most people are cowards, but they used to talk shit about her, but she didn't give a shit, I am certain, because she never changed the motherfucker, so she didn't give a fuck what she said. And the other one is, and this one here is the one that people really copied off of, and her name is DJ Thick Hawks. I'm sure everyone knows who Thick Hawks is. And I first seen Thick Hawks at Soul Vibrations, I was saying like 2012, and she had a really big avatar. Now this was back in the day. There was no mesh bodies or Brazilias or fat ass, big booty, or none of that shit was out yet. None of that was out. This was just you just taking your avatar and just fixing up the numbers and making it look a certain way. Neither one of these young ladies gave a fuck what you thought about how their avatars looked. And just like Dominique, they used to talk shit about her and how her avatar looked. It's like most motherfuckers in the world. Like if you look different than others, then you're shamed on. But as you look around nowadays, but when certain people start making their avatar big, then all of a sudden y'all want to start making y'all avatars big. And now it's the thing to do. Making your avatars tall. Now it's the thing to do. When you go on the grid right now today, all you see is real big women everywhere you go. And I'm not talking about thick like a video vixen. I'm talking about big. Which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. The point I'm making is, when she had her avatar big, when everybody else was smaller, you talked about her like a dog. Or when Dominique had her avatar real tall, and everyone else was, I guess, average height, they talked about her like a dog. But now you look around, that's all you see. Big, tall, huge avatars everywhere. Women. Big, tall, huge avatar. They call them Amazons. This is the second reason why I know that most people are followers and looking for someone to lead them. Now, this is about real life. Now, okay, if you look around nowadays, you see all these cell phones. The iPhone and the Android. Pretty much the two biggest ones out there. And but if you go back in the day, I would say some years back. I can't say how many years, because I'm not really deep into the iPhone, not the iPhone, but the whole cell phone gimmick. True, I do have an iPhone, but it's pretty much a deal I ran into and I picked it up. But I remember back in the day when the smaller your phone, the cooler you were. Pretty much. So Now, back in these days, they would like clown the hell out of you if you had a big ass cell phone. I mean, clown, you get clowned hard. Same thing with beepers. I mean, back in the day with pagers. Okay, when pagers first came out, there was this big ass, square, fat ass pager. You had one of those, you was cool. Then they came out with the smaller pagers. And if you had a fat pager, they talked about you like a dog. Because you better have you a small one. Okay, when the cell phones first came out, they was gigantic. They was like bag phones and shit. Big ass bricks and shit like that, you know. And so as the modern era came upon us, you know, they came out with more smaller, more expensive, but smaller, more compact cell phones. You know, like flip phones and shit like that. And they were sort of big comparison to what we ended up getting. So, you know, so like they had like the Razor and shit like that. Then they went smaller with these other tiny phones and shit. Like the phones you could hold in the palm of your hand. They was like real small, you know. So if you had you a Razor while these smaller phones was out, you got clowned. They clowned you about having a big ass phone. And then they start coming out with the smartphones, the iPhone and the Android. And they start getting bigger. I mean, big as fuck. So you come out with a small phone, you get clowned. Now the phones nowadays, shit, they huge. Shit, and I got some big ass hands. And these phones nowadays bigger than my hand. They so big. They can hardly fit in your pocket. They're so big. You see what I'm getting at though? Followers. If someone tell you that it's no longer cool to have a small phone, then what you going to do? You going to get you a big ass phone. But back in the day, they tell you that phone's too big for you to have. Get you a smaller phone. And you go get a smaller phone. Not because it's a better phone or because you dislike your bigger phone. It's because you looking at what everybody else got and you following their lead. But this is Mr. Mac, and I'm always going to keep it real with you, whether you like it or not. Peace out.